Hello, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your Maker2199 bringing you guys another commentary. Now, this is a brand new video. I just played it not that long ago, and I don't know if right here I already re-up or something. During some time during the stream, I basically hit level 100. I didn't re-up or anything like that. I was more worried about gaming than anything else. And I re-up recently and I totally forgot to put my stats and all of that in YouTube like I was doing before. But the rundown is when I did re-up, I played like 8 days, 6 hours, and it was 13,900 and basically 14,000 kills, something like that. I did play, like I said, a few games extra, like 1 or 2 games extra after I got the re-up, and that was only because I was playing on stream and I was more worried about playing than anything else. Other than that, I don't think any of those other stats really matter. So let's just jump into this one. But yes, I did re-up, and maybe on some of these videos you guys are gonna watch me work my way up from level 1 again to whatever level I make it to this time. I cannot promise that I will re-up once again. I don't know. It really does depend on how long it takes them to get another Gears game. I hadn't played Gears in a while. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty, Fortnite, which I haven't streamed or anything like that, but I was just playing it for my own. And I've been playing a few Nintendo games that I loved, and I just never got around to playing them before. I had a little bit of time, so I was busy with that. And I'm busy with a lot of other things as well, so I hadn't been playing that much. Some of the footages that I've had were recorded a really long time ago. And I was just uploading them because I had so much footage I had pre-recorded because I knew what was coming. I prepared myself and I ran out of it. So I started streaming. Hopefully that was okay or fun. I'm trying to stream a bit more, but I don't know if I really want to stream like 100% or anything like that. I like doing videos. I like this a lot more than streaming, I'm not gonna lie, and it's mostly my internet connection, I believe. It's not fast enough from the research that I've done to be able to stream in high definition and for me to have audio and all of that stuff. It really slows down. A lot of my relatives use the internet because I do have cable internet or whatever you want to call it. So we use a lot of internet. So my speeds and stuff like that aren't always the greatest. You guys can see at the bottom right or whatever it is here, the lagging signal has popped out a few times during the match, and that's how it always is. I always play with lag, and sometimes it, you know, fucks me, sometimes it helps me. Who knows? It's really unpredictable. But anyways, that's not what I wanted to talk about this commentary. I want to talk about something important, I guess, like a life lesson, something like that. So as you guys know, if you guys have seen some of my videos, I was recently hired. I was hired seasonal by the company that hired me right now that I work for, and I've been working there now for over 6 months, and it's been really fun. It's been a blessing, and I'm really happy that I got hired. No, it's not the first job I had. I've had multiple other jobs, but it is the first job I got coming out of college, and trust me, I've tried applying to some of these other jobs and I really don't know what the heck they're looking for. Like, it is beyond me, and I'll talk about that a little bit later on. But what I want to talk about right now, what I want to focus on is, do managers really pay attention to what you do when you're at work? Now, a lot of the time, because they spend a lot of time at the offices and stuff like that, you would assume that they're not paying attention. Like, oh well, there's no way, like I can't just like mess around, do nothing, pretend like I did. Like every time they pass by, just pretend, right? Just make it seem like I'm working. I'm totally like goofing them off. That shit doesn't work, and or here at work at least, we just prove that. So I have a few coworkers, like it is in every job. You got your people that work a ton, you know, and I include myself in there because I do work quite a lot. And you got your people that really don't want to work much. They think they're entitled to whatever. They're like, I show up, I they already helped one person, or they already did one little silly thing, and that's enough. Like, they don't pay me enough for this shit. And I'm like, you know what, if you're not happy here, there's somebody else that would take this job easy and outwork you and all of that, and they'll be happy like I am. You know, I'll outwork anybody there and I'll be happy. And at the end of the day, I really hate it when people tell me, oh, they pay me this much to come to work. I'm like, motherfucker, I earned it. Like, they fucking owe me that shit. What are you talking about? They pay me like they're giving money away for free and shit. So usually you find out that people that say that are the lazy ones, right? They're the ones that don't do much. They feel entitled. They feel like, oh, they owe me this much. I did this. I know so much. I have this, and I shouldn't be working here because of whatever. I'm like, bitch, get your head out your ass. You know, I got education, I got all of this, but I'm not a bragger. I'm a really humble guy. I've done a lot in my life, and I've done a lot to be able to take the job that I have and stuff like that. They tested my expertise before they hired me, believe it or not. They have to test that you know what you're doing quite well, or they wouldn't hire you. So I'm there for a reason, and everybody else that is there for a reason. Like, there is nobody there that it wasn't tested, or you know what I mean, that didn't make it just because. So I really hate that. And we were competing, like I said in one of my other videos, we were competing for a spot. There was a few people that were competing for a spot. I was one of them. And I was lucky enough to be one of the few that landed a job and, you know, came up victorious, I guess you can say it. And as bad as I felt for the guys that didn't get hired, I was also happy for myself, you know, because I know I have a job. I know that I'm gonna have money to, you know, pay my bills, pay some of this stuff off, and, you know, continue to buy games and be able to continue to do this, because this isn't free, you know. This is another thing that bothers me when people are like, oh, I used to support this guy till he started making money out of YouTube. Well, motherfucker, this shit ain't free, okay? Like, I want you all to understand that. Now, I'm not saying that it's extremely expensive. It depends the route that you take. For me, I've taken a few expensive routes, but it ain't free. Like, I gotta pay internet, I gotta pay Xbox Live, I gotta buy games, I gotta buy capture stuff, editing software, a bunch of stuff. Your computer breaks, like my computer just broke, like I mentioned recently, or one of them, because I have more than one. But this shit ain't free. Like, it's fucking expensive. Like, I really want people to get that through their head. So when people like say like, oh, this guy, I'm like, yeah, of course he's gonna make a few bucks, you know. That goes to pay for all the equipment and hard work that you've put into this. So, you know, if I ever do make money in the future, I really do not want to hear how, oh, I'm not gonna support you anymore because you're making, like, what the fuck? Really? So you think this is free? Like, you're getting it for free because you're not paying for it. I'm the one paying for it. You know what I mean? So whatever, you know, let us not get sidetracked. But like I was saying, you know, I'm blessed to have a job because it pays for a lot of this. Like, if I wouldn't have had a job and my PC broke, how would I be doing this crap? You know what I mean? So I'm really happy to have a job, really blessed, and I don't give a fuck if it's not a well-paying job or the job that I should have or anything. I don't care. I have a job, I have a bit of money, I can pay and do some of this stuff and have fun. You know, I'm happy. I'm not complaining. Why should somebody else be complaining? You know what I'm saying? So, to get to the main point though, is that the question was, do you think managers really pay attention? And the answer is yes. So a lot of my coworkers that were not doing anything, that were just standing there, and every once in a while when the manager would pass, they would pretend to work and that sort of stuff, and they would go up there and brag. Those are all the people that got cut. And when they asked, because they were so like sour, like I can't even explain how mad they were that they didn't get hired. They're like, it's a privilege that they have me working here. I'm like, motherfucker, get your head out your ass. Like, what do you mean is a privilege to have you working here? And I don't know, they were just so sorry. This new generation is really like messed up when it comes to thinking that people owe them shit. Like, people don't owe you shit. What you have, you work for. What you don't have, you haven't earned yet, son. You gotta get your ass up and work for it. The fuck are you talking about? You and your little entitled ass. So, and like I said, I'm not that young. I'm pretty, I'm a pretty older guy. I'm from the older generation. My generation is all about hard work and that sort of stuff. That's probably one of the differences. And I get along with the older gentlemen that work there because we work our asses off. We have a good working chemistry, good working, you know, whatever you want to call it. And we get in there and we do work. We don't stand around and brag about the one customer we helped throughout the day and how much, you know, I don't get paid or whatever. So they do notice it. The guys that got cut off, they got cut off for a reason. When they ask why they got cut off, that's how arrogant they are. They even went and asked, like they didn't know why they didn't hire them and stuff like that. They're like, why did I get cut? Well, plain answer, you don't work. We've seen you standing around. I mean, they do check the cameras, they check stuff like that because they want to see who's actually working, who isn't. And a lot of people that I know have gotten in trouble for working, and I don't want to like jinx myself. I haven't gotten in trouble yet at all for not working or anything like that. I know some people that have, but I haven't been there yet. So I mean, that's a good sign. So I had a lot of good signs. A lot of my other compatriots had been warned about some stuff and that sort of stuff, and they still don't understand why they weren't hired. And I'm like, son, you come here to work, not to freaking socialize and do all of this other stuff, you know? Sometimes it happens, you know, but, and they don't tell you anything. And sometimes they do, because you can't do that every day. You're there to work, not to talk to, like, your other compatriots or whatever. So, and at the end of the day, at the end of the scoop, I remember I asked one of my managers, I was like, hey man, I need a few minutes off today. I need to take off for this. And he was like, can you stay a little bit extra, man? Like, I'll let you leave early, but just stay a little bit extra. And I was like, come on, man, you always let these other guys go whenever they ask you. And I'm just asking for a few more minutes. That's it. It was like 20 minutes or something like that. And he's all like, no, I can't, man. And the thing is, I need you. Like, I need you here. I let these other people go. And the answer was plain, simple, and clear. He's like, I don't need them. They don't do shit. I know you're gonna finish this thing up, and I need that. Because they're gonna check it tonight, and if it's not done, we're all getting in trouble. So I was like, you know what? Cool. I'll stay a few minutes today. It's not, what I was gonna do wasn't really that important or anything like that. I'll stay a few minutes, help the team out, and maybe some other time that I need help or whatever, I'll take off early. And it's not like they haven't given me time or anything like that. It was just that once, and I completely understood. I told them, you know what, you've helped me out some other times, I'll help you out. It was all good, you know. But they do know who's working and who isn't. So if you guys have a job, the moral of the story is fucking work. They are paying attention. Don't think you're entitled to it just because you show up. Alright, thanks, bye. I'll see you guys on the next one.